Let's go back to our leading story now and get the latest from Salam Irsheid from the Adalah Legal Center, whom we understand is currently assisting those detainees from the Flotilla to get back home. So, Salam, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for taking this interview. I mean, we heard from our correspondent just a very short while ago of comments that were made by an Israeli official, namely Mr. Ben Giver, who was heckling the detainees, calling for them to be imprisoned instead of actually being detained. So let's talk about what their current rights are in a situation like this. What can they do?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes, go ahead, Salam.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. Salam, are you there?
Yes, I am there. I'm here. Good afternoon. Yeah, represent the participants. We're on the deliver humanitarian aid in Gaza facing famine and lack of basic necessities, including medical necessities. They were unlawfully intercepted in international water and detained. Yesterday, we consultation over 100 participants that were facing procedures in front of the immigration authority. And as you mentioned, there's a smear campaign to paint the participants as even the war terrorists used, even though they are peaceful on their way again to deliver humanitarian aid in accordance with international law. And on the other, their interception was unlawful procedure, right, infringed on their basic rights. The immigration authority started procedures without, before there was legal counsel to the participants. Adalah is currently pursuing legal measures to guarantee that the participant is accounted for while coordinating prison visits with them. And we call on the immediate release from the unlawful detention and the retrieval of their personal belongings, humanitarian supplies. Yeah.
Salam, we're currently struggling. Yes, Salam, we're currently struggling to hear you properly there. I suppose it's due to connectivity issues. We're going to try and forge ahead with the interview. I mean, I understand that you are working very closely with some of the detainees, specifically those that are from here in South Africa. So maybe talk to us about what have they been charged with for them to end up in an Israeli prison? What laws have they been said to have breached as, of course, a part of this flotilla?
So even the detainees were taken again from international waters again, and their ships were towed to Israel, to Ashdod port. Under Israeli law and in the eye of the Israeli authorities, illegally, they are staying illegally in Israel. So deportation orders were imposed on them, and detention orders to them in detention until they are deported back to their home countries. Right now, they are being held in a detention center in the south of Israel, and our lawyers are in the tribunal that is overseeing the legality of the detention and deportation orders.
Now, Salam, we heard from one of the Israeli representatives who was doing an interview with SABC News saying that there's been no specific timeline that has or will be given in terms of the deportation or the release of the detainees at this stage, but only said they will be freed. So talk to us about, what this situation actually entails, because we don't have a set timeline of when exactly the detainees are going to come back. And also, in terms of the South African detainees, what will now, that will now be deported via Europe? Why these extremes, Salam? Who will bear the cost also legally and otherwise? And what can they individually do in their personal capacity? And also the South African government, what can they do in this instance to put pressure on Israel to return the detainees, at least back to South Africa?
So again, the participants on the ship all being held in detention right now. Like you said, we don't know exactly when they will be released. Some of the participants requested that they be released immediately. It is a large of participants are working right now to gather more information from the immigration authority on when exactly they will be, all of them will be home countries. The foreign authorities can put also pressure to release them immediately from this unlawful detention.
All right, Salam, thank you so much for talking to us. We do apologize, however, to our viewers as well, and to you, Salam, for the poor audio there. That was Ms. Salam Irsheid from the Adalah Legal Center, one of the lawyers there that are currently assisting those detainees, specifically South African detainees that have been detained in Israel for being part of that flotilla.